Good morning, good morning. Can everyone hear me? Thank you all so much. You know what? I went to bed. I wasn't going to. I was going to do Earth and Air yesterday, but I went to bed early because I did a lot yesterday and got my backyard all set up for the rest of the summer. And so I just decided I would today. Okay, good. I can't explain other than like my computer was like, you're working on your birthday. I don't know. It's the same password it's had since I got it in February, and it locked me. And at first it locked me for a minute, and then 5 minutes and 10 minutes. So, but good morning, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So we're going to do a whole reading for Earth signs. And this is if you're Earth, Sun, Moon, Rising. And then I'll take a few live chat questions in the end. And I may do a little contest to keep it fair, to do like a couple of readings. And then we're going to go do fire. And then I'll take a lot more free card pulls then. But I had to go get a different computer so that I could keep up with the chat and use my phone to stream. So weird. Okay, so thanks guys. All right, so let's get started. Let's start with Taurus, or we're doing all of the Earth signs, but I want to know how my Taurus people are doing. Uranus is getting close to being done in your sign. You had me fresh-faced. I'm still in my robe. I just thought, I'm 52. Technically not till 12, or well, around noon. But I figure I would just be naked, fresh-faced this morning. Good morning, Corey. I was just talking about you yesterday because we literally, we have something on our back porch from the first night that you were ever in one of my lives. Hi, Linda. We have the original abalone shell that I always used for like my rosemary smudge or whatever. That was still outside from the night that we were clearing all those energies for you. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen Corey. And good morning, Shauna and Kirsten and Maya, Starla, Nicole, Betty. Feed your head. Hi, Syra. You know what? My kids worked really hard. I went to sleep. When I tell you I went to sleep early, I was out like a light by 7. I did a lot of physical stuff yesterday. And I have a little condition that makes it hard for physical stuff. So I was out of breath and I'm like, I'm going to go to bed early. And then I told them I'm going to wake up early and go live and have a whole morning to myself. And I woke up to like flowers and a pastry on the kitchen table that was all set up for me. They did the food shopping and put it all away. Like, honestly, I'm happy to sit here with my coffee and my lemon water with all of you. And then they can sleep in a little bit and then we'll have brunch when I'm done. I think that's what we're doing. I'm not supposed to really know. Okay, Earth signs, you're starting out with the Queen of Swords. So it's very possible a lot of you were trying to, you know, the energy that you might be coming off of, or that's most high lioness of Gaia, that is most impacting your now moment. Because like when we look at past energy, well, it could be last week, it could be yesterday, it could be this whole last year, it could be over the last couple of years. The point is, it's whatever most impactful thing has kind of happened prior to this now moment that is impacting this now moment the most. And what you have found is your truth. The do no harm but take no shit truth. In the space of other, right, because I look into you and I look into other. I have so many cards. These cards are big. I have to move my computer. The whole setup is new. I literally had to go find an old computer to make sure I could get on with you all today. That is interesting. Okay. That is very interesting. In the space of other, and other is whatever other energy is impacting you the most right now, and that could be your person. Woo! This is a reading and a half already, Earth signs. It could be your person. It could be situation at work. It could be situation with family. It sure did smoke out my house, but you know what? That's transmutation. I'm happy to be a part of it. They have the Eight of Pentacles in there in the other energy. I could be reading this wrong, but this looks like you may have had enough of something. We have a royal pair. Okay, super interesting reading for Earth signs, especially because there's only one Pentacles on the board and it's in reverse. By the way, I think another thing we're going to be doing today for my birthday is just my daughter and I are going to like set up the overhead cam so I could switch back and forth. I wouldn't be able to do that now on this old setting because I don't have the software on this old computer. But we're going to be setting so you guys can actually see the cards as I'm talking about them. We have the Queen of Swords. What I find interesting is almost like she's got the world underneath her. It's very indicative of like a world card. The Queen of Swords is, I'm going to be truthful, and if that lands on you wrong, thank you, Mystic Harmony. If that lands on you wrong, it lands on you wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like you're at this point, you probably have made excuses for this person or this situation. If it's work or family, you may have, the Devil in reverse is the bottom of the deck, by the way. It's the whole reading. It's good for you, Earth signs. You've made excuses for this other situation. You've made accommodations for this other situation. You kind of have, hi, Alexandra. And I think you're done doing all of that. I even feel like you really tried to like make your words so that they wouldn't be too pointed because of whatever's going on with this other person. Good morning, Juan, and thank you. Whatever's going on with this other person, I think that you really have tried. And you really try to be nice, and you really tried not to like, I want to say use the big kid words. You know what I mean? Like, and I just think you're done. I think at this point, you're like, I need to do what's healthiest for me. And however that lands, that lands. And if you take offense, maybe that's what needs, like, maybe that's you and not me, right? And maybe that's what you need for you to move through whatever this is that you they very clearly need to move through something. They or it. They have the Eight of Pentacles. This is the sad part of life, right? Because I'm not going to advocate that we ever play games. I'm not going to advocate earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I'm not going to ever advocate that you be mean to somebody or ignore them or play that game to get their attention. That's not a viable way. I always say, let me put it this way. Right, so there's two ways to block somebody, right? Because we all have taken advantage of the block button on social media. And there's two ways of blocking somebody. There's when you block because you're mad, because you want them to pay attention, because you want them to know you're mad, right? Without communication. It's a less mature but reactive, sometimes in the moment. And when we feel really hurt, that's when we tend to hit the block button because in anger, right? And there's the block button where you're like, do I have a million things to say? Could I put my point out? Could I embarrass them? Could I tell my truth and be victorious on this platform in public? Could I go, could I stay unblocked and post pictures, make sure they see me posting my best life? Yeah. But do I just want to be done with it because that energy is taking up space in my life that could be used for other things? And I just want to block for the peace. This Queen of Swords, look, she's not rushing. She's not she's just done because she's ready for her own peace. That is very different than I'm done with you, blah, blah, and you're just angry and you're like, I hope they heard me and I hope they get their act together. There's always going to be an energetic difference when you draw the line because you are done and not because you hope it motivates them. I'm going to say that last time, and I might cut this out and use it as a short. There is an energetic difference in when you say you are done because you are truly ready for peace for yourself in a calm way, no matter what the consequences, because the biggest consequence is that you bring peace to yourself and you leave room for something else in your life. And when you say, I'm done, because you hope it motivates their behavior. The first one is always going to have a better, longer lasting effect on your life, no matter what it does for them. They have this Eight of Pentacles. They are working on it. I don't know what they're working on, but they're working. Now, this could be somebody who works all the time. We're going to clarify and find out. We are earth signs, so if you're earth sign paired with another earth sign, and that earth sign happens to be a Virgo or a Capricorn, this person could be just working, right? And not putting any focus on there, and we'll know when we clarify. What's interesting is the alchemy, the center row, the alchemy or the composite chart between these two energies is the world. It's upside down. This feels very much like when you take paint, right? Or any kind of color, and if you have red over here and you have white over here, it's going to make pink. But what's interesting is like this world card won't be turned around fully until you're completely let go. I know that you are verbally done. You are not sparring. You are not exchanging. But until you can relax that stance, that world card. Now, whether you relax that stance because this situation, this energy moves completely out of the way or it shifts, I don't know. but there hasn't been a complete shift yet. It's available. It's just that I don't know if it's available because this comes back the right way. It comes back correct. Or because there's a place where you're like, I've done everything and now I'm doing nothing, and I'm leaving them like a grown person to their own volition. And that can be work. That can be family, right? I'm leaving them like a grown person to their own volition and see what they do. I always say that's one of the best ways to really see who you're dealing with, is just sit back and don't give them something to react to, and just see what they do when you're not giving them cues of what you want, to see if that's a good alchemic match. The energy that is brought to now, this is you, right? The Knight of Cups. You probably all know how I feel about the Knight of Cups. It can be a little bit of a love bomber. It's okay. I like to see, it's the mushy, it is the honeymoon period. I like to see it have a little bit more mature energy, but in your case, it's upside down. The Queen of Swords in the upright, and the Knight of Cups in reverse right underneath it. That's a very, very clear. This almost doesn't honestly have to be clarified. We're going to do it anyway. But yeah, now over on them, they are trying to see some truth. Illuminate things. What's really interesting is if you look at her, that beautiful dress turns into tentacles. I feel like they could be looking at, and somebody's howling. Something is being said. Something is no longer being hid. I honestly think that that howling animal can be you being the Queen of Swords here. Your truth may be the howls that they can no longer ignore. And this full moon card starts as a crescent. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like a crescent and then there's almost like a second. This is going to be a whole, like a whole 6 months for this to completely work out, whatever it is. No matter whether, when I see this card, this is an indicator that whatever truth is coming out, whatever it's like they're seeing the ugly side of themselves. It's like the beautiful mermaid that understands that she's actually Ursula. And my readings are always gender fluid. The alchemy in the middle is this Fool card. There's always a reason I pick the cards that I do. And with the Fool here, it looks like a flower. It's an alligator. I gotta say, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, maybe in a situation where you may be in a situation where they are offering an olive branch and you see them doing a little work and you are in that place where it's like, that looks good. This looks like they're doing the work. But also I don't want to fall back into the alligator's mouth. I don't want to, you're tempted. Like I would think that although you're not coming through with that Knight of Cups, mushy words, you're not back. And I have a feeling that you're somebody who I wouldn't think is like, for a couple of you, you're not overly mushy to begin with. Like you're not maybe, schmoopy all the time, but when you are in like loving moments with this, there's a way that you speak, and it may even be solidly, it may even be like firmly. And this person may have like parental issues where that like firm, secure love is everything to them. And earth signs know how to give firm, secure love. When an earth sign loves you, you know it. They'll also, you know, probably take you to task every once in a while and keep you honest. I think you've pulled back that part of you. And I don't think you meant to, but I think for some of you, that loving, firm part of you gave them excuses to not look at themselves, because they would think like, well, everybody else is saying it, but the person I respect and love most in the world thinks I'm amazing. So, right? Instead of what do they really think of themselves, and now they're really looking at what did they look at them, how do they really see themselves. Hi, Dash Dash. In the upcoming future, we have a pair here, and very interestingly, it's the King and Queen of Cups, but there's a catch, so hold on. We have the King of Cups. Your energy has matured. Now, the King of Cups is not the Knight of Cups on steroids. I don't know if anyone thinks that that's what it is, but it's not. The King of Cups is a very, very emotionally intelligent archetype. It's the understanding that like I have learned so much and I'm so steady on my own feet. Hi, Alien. Thank you. That you're so steady on your own feet that the emotionality that you carry and that you willingly give is so matured and intelligent, and it's not as reactive, but it's solid. And it's really beautiful. It's more unconditional. It's more unselfish. It's more also, you know, when I say unconditional and unselfish, those sound like, you know, Mother Teresa traits and like, you know, just giving to give and not looking what you're getting back. But the other part of the King of Cups is that they also don't allow abuse in. They don't also allow gaslighters in. They don't allow narcissists in. So the maturity means you don't love bomb anymore, because love bombing is usually also, if love bombing is something you do, then also that's an indication of, you know, great emotions, but you're looking for somebody to fill something for you that childhood didn't, you know? Like you're looking for something to make up for what you can't give yourself. In their spot coming up, they have the Ace of Pentacles, but they can't give it yet. They want to give you stability. They want to offer something new. What's happening is there's steady emotional maturity. I agree with that, Mystic Harmony, that there's like a Zen quality to King of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups, but she's in reverse. I don't think that nurturing Queen of Cups energy is coming in yet until this is either stable and you see, I don't think this Queen of Cups is going to turn for maybe that 6 months till you see real lasting, because sometimes people do the work and they do see the truth. And then if they come to you and say, I'm doing the work and I see the truth, and you don't immediately say, okay, we're all good now, and take them back and go back to the way that things were, they might not keep this same energy. If somebody is doing something for you, if somebody tries to get sober for somebody else, if somebody is trying to fix something or change themselves based on what somebody else wants, it rarely has the legs we want things to have. This person has to do this for them. And sometimes when we do things for ourselves, We grow into an energy that no longer is alchemic with another energy, and that doesn't make anybody good or bad. I have a feeling we might see a little of this as we clarify here. Ooh. Okay. And we see old habits, old bad habits dying with the devil in reverse. I love it. What I want to clarify with this one. This is like the Star Tarot or something. These are big boys. Try to get them in my little hands. You can inspire somebody. That's a great point. You can absolutely inspire someone. They have to still want you. You can inspire them to want to be better. That is why I always say, if you have leveled up and your person's down here, don't come back down for them. Because one, it sends a bad signal to the universe. Two, you just did all that hard work to level up. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, whatever. It's not really about money or status when I say level up. Abundance follows an abundant energy. But if you stay where you are and let them come up to you, that is how you inspire somebody. You can never do the work for somebody. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, which makes perfect sense to me to clarify that whole last row. I find the Knight of Swords to rush in, but sometimes be passive aggressive. And there might have been a lot of that going back and forth. And I don't care. I will cop to it. I think everybody has had moments where we're in that part of our relationship with a person, with a job situation, with anything where it starts to get passive aggressive because like you feel stuck in the situation and you're not given 1,000 anymore, and you're also not, you don't feel comfortable yet to the place where you're really going to come in just with hard truth and let it fall. It's in reverse. Meaning the Knight of Swords is here. It's in reverse, which means it's not. We're not doing passive aggressive, and we're not doing. I mean, that makes sense for your Queen of Swords, and it makes sense for their Eight of Pentacles. Let's clarify this Knight of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Again, perfect. Pentacles is Earth. The Knight of Pentacles is very, very, very slow. So slow. When Knight of Pentacles is in reverse, it's like a dead stop. I'm not slowly trying to work towards something with you anymore. It's where we're at an impasse. Universe is trying to conspire for this. The universe is trying to conspire for this. It's official. They're oscillating between seeing the truth and having a hard time seeing the truth. Now, I mean, it's listed places, but like, I'm a trauma-informed astrologer and metaphysical practitioner. This is what we see when someone's exploring trauma. If it becomes unsafe to see too much for the body, the brain, the nervous system, will all be like, can't see you. Because it's keeping the body safe. They're seeing the truth, and they're gonna take, I think that is why we're gonna, because see, like this moon card, that does not have that 6-month period. So I'm just telling you that this situation or this person, whether it's work, family, or other, the times when they don't see the truth, that's not going to be as lengthy as them coming to a real sitting in their truth. Because right now they're just being shown, and it might be a little difficult. The Fool isn't just falling in love. It's a brand new start, and it's jumping into a new, it's like when you move because where you live or who you live with is toxic. It's like leaving a new job because it's dead end, but you've been there and it's security. For earth signs, the Fool card is a little harder. So it's a big deal. But then we have the Magician. Normally, if the Magician is in the you spot or the other spot, I would say that is the person manifesting. When it's in the alchemaic spot, like how do these two energies create an energy unto itself? This is universe conspiring on that Fool card. When universe is conspiring, it's not pentacles yet. It's not happening yet. It's just conspiring. I often talk about Cat in Boots. I love her. And she said the most brilliant thing. She often does. She's on TikTok. She's also on here, Cat in Boots. It's Katn Boots. She said that when everything feels like it's falling apart, and it's really universe conspiring, to look at it, this is so brilliant, as a reverse Jenga game. And that's the imagery I saw when as soon as that Magician hit that Fool card. It's not all built up, but it's not also being torn apart. Well, that's the thing, conspiring for your best happiness. This is your reading. All right, so like sometimes, all right, I'm not going to do that. We're going to have a whole other show. How I'm changing my readings is that the reason that Earth signs is getting a collective reading instead of Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn is getting their own is because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do full readings on the first week of the month. On the second week of the month, I'm going to have, but it's starting in July, I'm going to have all whatever signs got the most views get full readings. So like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio right now are my bigger viewers. And then so they all get full readings. And then that leaves me space that second week to do some extra videos, and I'll make them live so we can all interact. But like a live on tarot cards, how I pick them, why I pick each deck. You know, I'll go through a couple each time and then also give tarot tips, or doing the more spiritual stuff, talking about unions, how that works, free will. But I have to leave space because at this point I'm doing like 30 hours live on YouTube. And I also have to have enough time to like have clients so that I'm not trying to YouTube out of a cardboard box. But there's, you know, and I have a family. So like I need to start making more content. So then the third week we'll do all 12 signs again. And again, whichever the most viewers are, will have those readings. We'll still do the collective readings. So at minimum, I will be on, 7-8 times live drawing cards, doing readings, and I'll still be on here 3 times just taking free card pulls. But we'll have room for other content. What I want to talk about is like, is universe conspiring? This is such a good question. Mystic Harmony, because is universe probably maybe conspiring for this? Yep. Does this free wills person enter onto the board, enter as a factor and play as hard, as importantly as astrology, universal conspiring, soul journeys, channeled messages, all of that? Yes. So if universe is conspiring, but this person you show up and this person doesn't, then maybe we're talking different lifetime or different time in this life. But what universe is mostly conspiring for is your reward, your happiness, your peace, your best self. It's also your energetic opportunity, and your free will can decide, I will stay stuck or I will move and trust. This was not a little reading, Earth signs. This is a big reading. Give me 1 second, kids, because I just realized. Are y'all still here? Can you all still see me? Okay, we're good. Give me 1 second because I had to change how I was doing everything. Something needs to get plugged in. Okay, hold on. We're not done. We're not done. I'm going to take a few card pulls, but give me a second. Today is a funny day with me getting locked out of the computer and everything else that's going on. One second, guys. Oh God, this is why this is my old computer. It's so slow. Okay. Ta-da! We all better? All right. Okay, so let's clarify these last 3 rows. So I was saying earth signs, this is a big reading. I also wanted to make sure, like, I had the whole big delay with the computers, so I don't want fire signs waiting in that chat for 20 minutes. So I just moved the time too while I was plugging things in. I didn't expect to have to use my phone to live stream. So thank you for your patience. Replay viewers, obviously you can fast forward through any of that stuff. I will timestamp this one. Okay, we have 8 of Swords. I gotta tell you that King of Cups is coming up so real because the 8 of Swords is in reverse. 8 of Swords is that card where, like, we have the blindfold on. We are absolutely in our anxiety, in our bad thoughts about you know, what we did wrong. If this person moved, did they move on? They got quiet. Did they move on with somebody else? Are they getting their shit together, or have they just found somebody else? And my, you know, we're human. You can be done with passive aggressive. You can sit in your truth. You can feel really good about that. You can block someone for your peace. You can do everything for the right reasons and still have moments of doubt, because don't forget, as an elevated soul, we are still living in a 3D human construct filled life. And so those doubts are going to creep in, and that's normal. There's nothing wrong with you. I saw that Neela took advantage, and so did Hi Adva, and so did Adva, of I have a booking special right now until 4 in the morning tomorrow. It started running yesterday. A lot of people took advantage of it. Meredith is messaging me like every 5 minutes, like, I cannot believe this, but because I'm running a huge special. Oh, Shauna, good. I wasn't sure if that was you or that Shauna. But it's, if you just go to susieevolutionary.com, you'll see everything. But the one is $20 something off, and the one is $44 off. I think actually the one is like $30 something off, and one of them is $44 something off from the regular sessions. And there's even a really short little 15-minute session that's like $26. It's all around the numerology of my birthday, but if anyone's been thinking about actually doing a private reading, you can book it. It doesn't matter if you don't book it till September. You can book as many and as far into the future as you want, but the prices are only available from now until 4 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to have the set. I'm not working all day on my birthday. I'm not doing any sessions, client sessions, and I don't have client sessions on Monday. So you don't actually have to have the session now till Monday. Hi, Heidi. Heidi grabbed a few of them, but those prices will only be up till 4 a.m. on the 27th. It's, I mean, my 90-minute is usually 170. I tend to go over time. And if anyone who's in my collective in the chat right now has had an appointment with me, they know, like, if something feels unfinished, I will stay there with you for an extra 10-15 minutes to make sure that you're getting the most out of the session that you wanted. And that's usually 170. We're using astrology, we're using the trauma-informed support, we're using divination so much. It's $120 $26 right now. It's a huge chunk off. And the hour virtual is 120 and the hour phone is 100, and that's 62 right now for the hour phone. So like, it's really a huge chunk. And again, you can do as many as you want and you can book them as far into the future, but there's just the prices, the ability to book them will be gone after 4 in the morning on the 27th, my time. That's 12 a.m. in Alaska. I don't know what time it is in Australia, but it's 1 a.m. on the West Coast. Okay, back to the reading. I just wanted to say that because I'm just thinking, like, if I don't say that now, it's now or never. Sorry, replay viewers, but also replay viewers, if you're watching this before 4 in the morning on the East Coast on the 27th, you can go book one. Maybe I'll leave it up an hour extra so I don't have to get up at 4 in the morning. Just saying. This person has a rejection issue. This person has always had a rejection issue. When we started this reading, I said this other situation probably has parental issues. Hi, is that Osden? I hope I said that right. Their rejection issues from childhood really play in on their behavior. I gotta tell you, I think that's what they're working on. They want to get to full truth, but it's gonna take them a minute. For some of these people, this is a very strong childhood rejection or feeling rejected, or mom was not the healthiest mom. And I kind of think that's more than a handful of you. They're really working through it. They're working to the place where they can love their mom, understand what her trauma was, why she was the way she was, and oh, good, great, Austin. And then it's the Swedish in me. I'm a quarter Swede, so my mom. We have lots of family names when I do my history. This, I really do. And I hate to, like, will it stick? We don't know. We don't know if it'll stick. We don't know if this will just get too much and they'll shut down again. And maybe it'll take them a year for something else to happen, for them to pop back up. I do see this 6-month period. I feel like this person is trying to find a way to, like, I think that they always felt like if they acknowledged what they lacked in childhood, it would be blasphemous to their mom or their parents. Like, a lot of people feel that way because there's certain generations that were taught, and if your parents hammered that in because they were the silent generation or the boomer generation, to question your parents' love is tantamount to saying, I don't love you. You can love your parents. You can understand that they loved you the best they could and still acknowledge that there was some kind of abusive dichotomy that caused you issues. Everything is a Venn diagram. It's not black and white. In the middle here, with the Queen of Cups, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. There's not a new beginning in communication yet, I don't think. But you're both getting to healthy places, I think, before you come back. Let's get an oracle card. I'm going to take one of these new gorgeous cards from Raven Eyes. Went on my Amazon list and sent me these cards, which I'm fairly certain my daughter put on the list for me, which was very clever of her. She's doing a lot for my birthday, but she saw these, and because when I opened them, I was like, oh, these are so cool. And then it turns out they were on my list, and I definitely didn't put them on my list. She's a tricky one. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and so this person could be parent for you, Earth sign. This person, whatever it is. Okay. What did we get? This is gorgeous. Okay, so 2 came out, so I'm going to read one for you and one for them. Normally I take a message from your person, but this is for you. Trust yourself. I don't think we need to read that. Can you all see that? Isn't that beautiful? Trust yourself. And this fruit salad, jungle, paradise going up on in the brain, that is what it feels like when we're going through real change. This is so beautiful. What if this screws me in the end? Like, as we heal, we can bring up issues we didn't know we had. Thank you, Moanne. Hi, Erica. Hi. Aw, you guys are so great. For them, this one I think we have to read. Look at the stark contrast. Faith in the process. These cards are something else. This is the Sacred Rebels Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I'm in love. If I could draw let's read this one. My son actually went to like one of the Harvards of art school, and he could draw since he was a kid. I knew. And so I encouraged it and bought books, and now he's just mind-blowing. He's also a very busy boy, and so am I. So, but eventually you will see a full tarot, hand-illustrated tarot deck from me. I'm working on the Oracle deck right now, but I'm not doing illustrations for that because I just want to get that out because that felt important. They'll have illustrations, they just won't be like mine. Faith in the process. No matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. At such times, we need divine intervention, a little help pulling our trolley along, so to speak. When we are at the edge of our own limits and we have no more personal resources, we might be left with the only one spiritual power, that of faith. And fortunately for us, that is enough. This is faith in the process, faith in universe, and faith in themselves. That was for your other energy. This was an incredible card. Earth signs, this is what we're going to do. I have 5 minutes before fire signs. I'm going to try to take 2 people and then just follow me over to fire signs. And I promise you all, because I know my kids were up late making the backyard extra nice and doing other things. I don't know everything that they were doing, but I know that they were up late. So like, I'm here for this morning to do some card pulls and everything, but we're going to do 2 right now. Good morning, Pranjit. We're going to do 2 right now, and then we will do, we'll go over to fire signs, and then when fire signs is over, we'll do a good amount. Like, I'll probably be on here an extra hour pulling cards, and then I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with water signs and a free card pull during Pisces. It's never should be a panic if I don't get to you because I'm on 1,000 times a week. So, everybody think of, oh, I can't use my regular numbers. All right, everybody think of a color. And all I'm going to say is they are like shades of, you know, it's not going to be like red, blue, yellow, white, black, green. They'll be like shade colors of one of the primaries. I have 2 in mind. So it's not like cobalt blue, but it'll be a kind of, you know, a shade of one of the primary colors, but that's an example. Okay, feed your head. You already got one of them. I'm looking at things, so I have like one more color. It's not going to be red, pink, or blue. It's going to be like a shade off. The blue one, feed your head got was teal. And now there's another color, and it's not, I'll give you the hint, it's not blue, and it's not green. We have one more person. Feed your head, you can put your color in. Feed your head, you can put your question in. It's not going to be blue. Yep, you did. You could win. Kirsten. I have a peach puff. So Kirsten and Feed Your Head, go ahead and put your questions in. And then we're going to do everybody that's in the chat. I can see everybody. Hi, Cassandra. I can see everybody that's in the chat. And I promise you I will remember. So you guys follow me over to Fire Signs, and then I'll definitely have more card pulls. So Feed Your Head and Kirsten, what are your colors? Okay. Okay. All right. That's a great question. So we're going to take light seers for that, Kirsten. And we're getting close to 500. When I get 500, I'll be able to have a community page, and then everybody would know about the booking special, and I wouldn't have to, you know, rely on like whether you catch me or not on Instagram or here. But we're getting close to that 500, and when I get to 500, I'm giving away a 90-minute reading, a 15-minute reading, and I might do a small Zoom party when we get to 1,000. I'm going to be giving away a lot more. Okay. Kirsten, this is really interesting. Are you looking for like the soul, like are you looking for a twin flame? Because I'm going to tell you all a little secret about twin flame. You can meet your twin flame, and you will encounter the twin flame in every lifetime, but it's not every lifetime that you're supposed to be together. And just like I talked about, like when someone, how are we 5 away from 500? I thought I was like 455. I'll be so excited if I'm at like 495 right now. Oh, are you talking about for the, okay, I see what you're saying. You are. Don't look for a twin flame. A twin flame will either like find you in a space where they can be in union, but a twin flame is supposed to like, it's not supposed to hurt you. It's not, most people confuse karmics for twin flames. But a twin flame union doesn't happen every single lifetime. It doesn't. So like looking for that twin flame is part of the problem. So I'm going to say that that's probably led to expectations. Now let me just draw a card on you're probably also, what I'm hearing is that you're somebody whose growth game is strong, and that like if you picked somebody, oh, no worries. If you picked somebody based on the old healed version of yourself, you're not supposed to stay with that person, because sometimes we grow past people. Hi, Jupiter Jazz. So let's see the strength that you are supposed to be leaning on, that you're supposed to remember sometimes. Okay. You are truthful and dreamy. I got the Moon card. You're not supposed to turn off the romantic side of you. You're just not supposed to romanticize people. Yeah, twin flame is not everybody not everybody has a twin flame either. It's like regular twins. Even Connie Joe was like channeling about it the one night, because we didn't really, she thought everybody had a twin. Everybody has soulmates, multiple soulmates. And there's divine union, sure. There's one soulmate that's better. But not everybody has a twin flame, so looking for, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but I have the Lover's card in reverse. So you can be like, I think a lot of people think like, oh, you know, I want love and I want somebody to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm with you. You want to be adored. Those things are all normal. You want flowers on your birthday. Those things are all normal. Romanticizing people and who they really are is sometimes problematic, pretty much always. So it's not you being romantic. It's not you wanting romance. It's over romanticizing people. Linda, you can ask a question when we're on fire signs, which I'm already tardy to. And then we're gonna ask, I'm already hearing a yes for you, Feed Your Head. Yes. And let's see how you're going to, whether you should reach, I want to know whether you, I agree, Charlie. It's a very challenging, it can be very rewarding, but it's not all up to you. It's the other person. Hey guys, I'm going to be doing more free card pulls on the other. Oh, Wawa just sent me an email that I can go get a free coffee. I already made my coffee. Yeah. Let's see. Are you supposed to like reach out in a DM? I don't know how else you, but are you supposed to be like, hey, just how are you doing? Yeah. Don't come in love bombing. Don't come in like, wow, how are you? I have to tell you, I just saw your pictures, like you grew up different. I don't think you will, Feed Your Head, but this has, I have to tell you this, I got this card. I think this has the offer, this has the possibility of being something stable. Just be you. Don't do too much. Just let the conversation go where it wants to go, because it has something that there's energetic opportunity to have it have legs. All right, guys, go follow me. I'm going to end this one and start fire signs. Love you.